Welcome back. Going straight across to Sachin Pilot of the Congress Party, joining us on the NEET paper leak story. Mr. Pilot, thank you very much for your time here on Times Now. Can I start by asking you what you make or what has happened as far as the NEET exams are concerned? The exams stand cancelled and students will have to take a retest.
It's very unfortunate. I think this constant leakage of the exam papers has become a long-standing problem, and unfortunately the price is paid not by you and me but by young people who attend for these exams. This is the third or the fourth time that the exam paper has been leaked out, and last time the court intervened and the exam wasn't cancelled.
Correct.
And a CBI probe was ordered. Unfortunately, nothing has come out of that probe. Now this time, 10 days later, the exam has been cancelled. And unfortunately, the government today is hiding behind the fact that we've ordered an inquiry. The question remains that there is obviously a breakup of the entire ecosystem, wherein there is a set mafia that is operating nationally. And to my mind, young people who anyway are facing a grim prospects of getting employed are now even having issues of having faith in the credibility of the organizations conducting these exams. The NTA was very famously constituted precisely to avoid paper leaks. Now the National Testing Agency has failed miserably, and I think the government of India under its nose is having to deal with paper leaks every few months. But the NEET exam has affected more than 22 lakh people. It's most unfortunate, and I think we must realize that when one person sits for an exam, the whole family gets invested. And you and I both know that parents, family members, middle-class families, they invest so much money in tuitions, in classes, in preparing for these exams. And when, most people are doing it honestly. But because of the corruption being so rampant, these exams are forced to be cancelled. And unfortunately, this time I'm told people were detained in Rajasthan, about 30-40 of them. But the Special Operations Group did not register an FIR. It's only when the documents were sent to the NTA, the documents were obviously so comprehensive that they had to cancel the exam. Now, it begs the question, there are some very powerful, influential individuals involved in the whole mafia, that the whole system has been taken, taken hostage.
Okay.
And that's very, very disheartening. And more so because I think young people are beginning to lose faith in the system.
Okay, Mr. Pilot, then I will ask you this question. The fact is that the exam happened on May 3rd. The NTA is saying we only got to know about the leaks on May 7th, and we did what we could, which is be fair to everyone, cancel the exam, and we will be holding a retest. In that limited sense, do you blame or not blame the NTA for what has happened?
Come on. I mean, the inception of the organization was done to curb paper leaks, whether it's formulating the exam paper, the printing of the papers, the conducting the exam, the entire ambit of responsibility is with the agency and the ministry. How can you say that by cancelling a paper they've done their job? Their job was to ensure a safe and transparent examination. And if you fail once, twice, multiple times, then what is the point of having a system? Then obviously there are people involved in the whole ecosystem that are influential enough to bypass the authorities. And you see, the callousness is that you can't hide behind the fact that we've ordered an inquiry. 2 years ago, CBI was doing an inquiry. What happened in the report? Who's been punished? Who's accountable? Is no one responsible? 22 lakh families. I mean, and that's just one NEET exam. They've had to now sit an exam. Next time, we don't know when the scheduling will happen, exam paper, admissions card, syllabus kya hoga, centers kahan honge. So the confusion and the disheartened families are asking questions. And if a government can't even conduct a simple exam, if it's for the first time, I understand. But it's a malaise, it's a problem that's endemic. It's happened every few months and it's happening without fail. In fact, there are exams you have to find where the paper was not leaked, as opposed to the rampant leakage of papers. So is no one morally responsible? Is the agency not responsible? Is the ministry not responsible? And who will answer the questions?
Okay.
The amount of investment people do, it's so let me, one more point I'm going to make. You see, the fact that you have evidence and you cancel the paper, you're doing justice to nobody. Your job should have been to ensure that no one gets to know the papers. That's the whole sanctity of the NTA, and that's been completely compromised.
Completely agree. It was their job. They didn't do it. But the fact is, paper leaks are not new in this country. In fact, you come from Rajasthan. And Rajasthan, if you look at data, Mr. Pilot, has emerged as the epicenter of paper leaks in this country. In fact, may I just draw your attention to Mr. Gehlot's government? He held a long press conference today, the former Chief Minister of Rajasthan. The fact is, there were 14 paper leaks under his regime as well. So why blame the government and say they are failing in their jobs?
Yes,
NEET has become an auction, nothing else, etc., etc.
No, that's unfair. You're going state by state. If you look at Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, equal number of papers. You can't two wrong don't make a right. In fact, in our government, whenever there's paper leak, people were apprehended, charge sheeted and put behind bars. But in this government, there's just an agency that's investigating and nothing comes out of it. And answer my question, when 40 people were detained 3 days ago in Rajasthan, why was there no FIR registered against them? Without an FIR, the NTA cancelled the paper. The SOG, the Special Operations Group, was told to detain people in Rajasthan, but no charge sheet, no FIR. There was some influence, obviously, on the SOG to about the matter, to settle it. But the NTA took a call. I am not here talking politics of BJP and Congress. I'm just saying the system is being challenged. And if young people lose faith in the credibility of the examination system, it's a very, very dangerous sign for our democracy and for our young society.
Mr. Pilot, you are saying that an FIR was not registered despite these 30, 40 arrests by the SOG. Why do you think that didn't happen? Is there some sandguard between the BJP government in Rajasthan and this paper leak mafia, as it were, according to you?
Look, I don't want to allege blame. All I'm saying, the facts are before us. We all know about 40 people were detained all over Rajasthan. I'm getting reports from Nasik, some paper leaks happened, some printing press, etc. The point is that if SOG, students got to know this guest paper, all the questions were there which came in the exam. The students went and told the police, they refused to do an FIR. Then the matter went to the IB apparently. Then the NTA got involved, and the SOG, the Special Operations Group in Rajasthan, failed to make an FIR even today. How can you cancel a paper without having enough substantial proof? So obviously proof was there, but there was some pressure on those people not to do a police investigation at that stage. My point is that it's not one person, it's a whole syndicate operating, and whoever may be involved, any political ideology, any leader, bureaucrat, whoever it is, these people have no right to play with the future of young people. If you don't protect the young people's hopes and aspirations, what jobs are we doing serving in government? And last point, this whole double engine business, whenever something good happens, they're happy to take credit. When something like this happens, no one has come forward and taken responsibility. You have to make someone accountable. It can't go on like this. An investigation, a mere ordering of investigation can't satisfy the crores of people who have been so disheartened today.
My last question to you, are you then a little surprised that we haven't heard from the Education Minister of India, Dharmendra Pradhan? In fact, he was asked a question at a public event. He refused to answer it.
I think it's more than one minister. It's a collective government. All decisions are taken by the cabinet. It's the government of India, the entire leadership. Someone should step forward and take responsibility. Who is going to answer those questions to all these families who have put everything invested in their kids, allow them to take an exam? And like I said, majority of people are doing it honestly. Their toil, their hard work and sweat has gone to waste and happening repeatedly. My simple point is, agar ek baar hota, one can overlook it. If it's happening constantly, every year without fail, what does it indicate to you? A complete, systematic failure of the system, and no one is being made accountable. That's the problem we all have.
All right, Mr. Pilot, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us on the day's big story. Thank you very much indeed.